Good evening, everybody. I want to welcome you to New Moon Manifesting. I'm excited to be talking about the Sagittarius energy because we have a very transformative time period to help us really envision a new future for ourselves. And it's always appropriate at the end of the year to think about where we're at in our lives and what we want to create for the new year. And Sagittarius really gives us that shot of optimism. For those of you that are new to the call, I'm going to talk a bit about the Sagittarius energy and other astrological influences. I have a short little PowerPoint presentation along with the chart, so you can kind of, if you're not familiar with what an astrology chart looks like, I'll point out the key features, and then you can pull your own astrology chart to find out what house this is falling in for you. The reason that's important is it's important to set your intentions based on where the sun and moon are for each new moon. Now, the new moon is a time when there is no visible moon in the sky, and it is the time when the sun and the moon come together to give each other a great big hug, and then they start moving apart because the moon moves a lot faster than the sun does. Now, this new moon is actually taking place at 1 degree. So we are like barely into Sagittarius when this takes place on November 23rd, 2022. I'm already in 2023 mode. So yeah, I got to remember what year we're in. And it is at 5:57 p.m. on the East Coast. So adjust for your time zone to determine where that is for you. It's important to set your new moon goals around the time of the new moon. If you can't do it at the exact time, that is fine. We're sort of setting the intentions here tonight, and we'll help plant those seeds within your heart so that we can expand them and bring more energy into helping you manifest those. Now, after I talk about the new moon, I will open up the lines for any questions you have, or if you know where this new moon is falling for you, I can give specific insights. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jana Gruskost. I am a goddesspreneur business coach. I am an intuitive healer, and I've been doing new moon manifesting calls for 14 years. In fact, this is our next to the last one before I wrap up this specific project. The last one we're going to do is next month with the Capricorn new moon, and then I'm moving on to some new projects. So I'll be sharing what those are, and I would love to have you participate in those because I love helping women manifest their goals and dreams and helping them create the life that they want. So let's pull up a chart and we'll talk a little bit about what's taking place and sort of the energies that are going on. So since this is taking place at 1 degree of Sagittarius, our next 4 full moons are going to be at 1 degree. So just recognize that we really get to maximize the energy because it's all about new beginnings. The number 1 in numerology is new beginnings, a fresh start. And so you may be feeling like each one of these new moons is like a new year. So as we're stepping into this energy, I don't know why that's doing that. As we're stepping into this energy, just be mindful that, you know, what's taking place around you, like what new things are happening. For example, maybe you get a new job or you're shifting gears in relationship to your career or some other element of your life. And what that is doing it's helping you in letting go of the past and helping you step into this new portion of yourself. And the Sagittarius energy, we have a lot of support, and we'll talk about that. Sagittarius is a fire sign. Fire signs are activating, they are creative, they are expansive, they want to take action. And this is the last fire sign of the astrology calendar. So recognize that, Sagittarius is the visionary. It helps you see that higher perspective of who you are. And this one has some very distinct elements around raising your level of spirituality. So there could be changes taking place in your spiritual practice. This may show up in you having a change in perceptions where, you know, sometimes we get caught in the dogma and the day-to-day, and I have always done things this way. And then we have a shift of perspective, and all of a sudden we're like, oh, I need to do things a different way, or I'm seeing things differently now. And that completely shifts our energetic field, and it opens up us to new possibilities. So as a fire sign, this is going to be an opportunity to ignite new projects, get things going, tune into your values. It helps you, you know, Sagittarius is that arrow. It's shooting this arrow towards your future. So what is it that you want to create? Because when you can start to dream that reality, then you can start to make it happen. In fact, as I was writing notes for this class, what came to mind was, I know there's some movies that it's like the story isn't written. You can't even turn the page because there's no words on the page. The words are getting written as you're creating the story. And that's what I want you to think about with this new moon. So your story is not written. The past is not going to be what your future is. So the more you can let go of the past and really tune into your biggest hopes and dreams, that will help you in developing this new future. So this new moon expands your big ideas. Sagittarius, it's one of the most fun fire signs. It's very outgoing and spontaneous. And it does hold the energy of Uranus, where it loves freedom, flexibility, and it holds the energy of Jupiter, because it actually rules Jupiter, which is about expansion, right? So what big ideas do you want to expand? Which way in your life are you moving, and what is going to support you in the bigger scheme of things? So I'm calling this new moon possibilities because there are so many new possibilities on the playing field that it's almost like you're sitting above it, you're looking down on the field, and it's like, which way do you really want to go? So you want to make sure that you're turning into your truth, right? Like you're letting go of other people's expectations or what they want you to do, and you're being extremely honest with yourself. This new moon is going to help you set the stage for your spiritual growth. It is supporting you in seeing the bigger picture, where maybe you're used to dreaming small. I want you to take a step back from that, and I want you to go for the big goals, right? Like come out in the new year swinging for the fences and create something that is unique to you, that is your unique signature, that inspires you to be creative and independent, and really moves you in the direction that you want to go most. So with this new moon, just be open to possibilities. No matter how crazy the idea may be, you don't need to take action at this point. Merely write down the ideas and see what unfolds. Because as we move into the Capricorn energy with the Earth sign, that's when we start to anchor our goals in physical form. So as we're moving into that, you may see, okay, I've got these big ideas. Of course, not very few of our goals actually manifest within a 30-day or 28-day cycle as the new moon is. So we need to make sure that we are giving ourselves plenty of time and space to allow for all of the new things to rearrange around us and for us so that we can manifest our hopes and dreams. So let me pop up a chart here, because we have some pretty significant influences taking place, and I want you to be aware of them. So this little arrow, this is what Sagittarius looks like. Now, this chart is actually for the exact time of the new moon. So you're probably not going to have the inner planets or the planets where the planets were when you were born. And then when you pull a chart with transits, the transiting planet, meaning that where the planets are of the day of the new moon, are on the outer ring. So we have the sun here at 1 degree in Sagittarius. For this person, it's taking place in the 6th house. 6th house relates to your daily routine, the daily tasks you do to make money, your healthy habits, minute details. It's all the Virgo energy stuff. But I want you to be aware that not only do we have the sun and moon in Sagittarius, but we have Venus and we have Mercury. So Venus is kind of like we're leading with our values. So Venus is in the front of the show. She is taking, oh, I guess she's not. No, Mercury's at the front of the show. Sorry. But wait, no, they're pretty much conjunct, 9 and 10 degrees. So we're pretty close. So Venus is about our values. It's about money. It's how we relate to money, and recognizing that if we're not valuing ourselves, we're not going to attract the good stuff that we want to us. So for us to ultimately manifest the good stuff, we want to make sure that we are aligned with our values and that we are projecting this sense of confidence. And if you have a challenge in expressing your confidence or leading with confidence, I want you to start thinking about going back in your life and thinking about some of the successes that you have had. Because what that does is it helps you say, oh yeah, I did that. Oh, that was really hard. And I did get through that. And because of that, I learned this. So recognize that anytime we do anything new, we're not going to be good at it, right? Like if you've never picked up a racket before and all of a sudden you pick up a tennis racket and you want to start playing, you're not going to be in the US Open next year, right? It's just not going to happen. People practice forever and ever and ever to get into places like that. So whatever we do and become proficient at, it's because we have learned to practice. So confidence is a part of that, recognizing where your successes have been and then play on those to boost your confidence and step into something new that maybe you don't have all the skills for right now. Now, with Mercury in the mix, Mercury is the communicator. This is how we are verbally communicating. This is how we are writing and networking. And so this is where writing is going to be very important with Sagittarius energy. So you may want to take time over the next couple of days, even if you can do it tonight after the call. It would be a great time to journal about your goals as if you have actually achieved them. And why is this important? Well, we really want to program our subconscious because our subconscious is already programmed, but most of it is programmed with stuff that we don't want. It's all the reasons we can't do something. It's all the limiting beliefs we have. It's other people's voices that have told us we're not good enough or we can't do that, or you don't have the right skill set, or, you know, whatever it is. So when we can override and resolve whatever the old programming is and create something new, then you're going to manifest it. So what that looks like is starting with statements such as, I am so grateful that I now have blank, right? And then go into detail. I'm so grateful that I have this new amazing house, that it's in a quiet neighborhood, that I have amazing neighbors, that I have room for my dog to run around, that I've got 3 bedrooms so my kids have space. You know, so whatever it is, it's like detailing everything and engaging all of your emotions so that it feels real to you. And even when you're writing about it, there's been times that I've been writing and I'm thinking, yeah, right, this is never going to happen. But the challenge is the rational mind wants to keep you small, right? And we want to override that. We want your subconscious to be reprogrammed with these big, lofty goals. Because even if you never truly achieved them, you're going to get a lot closer to what you do want by having big goals than by not having big goals. So we have 4 planets, Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Venus. All of these are in Sagittarius, fire sign, giving you a lot of energy, enthusiasm, kind of that rocket fuel to push you forward, helping you set those big goals for yourself for the new year. One other element I want you to be aware of is we have Jupiter, who is retrograde right now. Now remember, Jupiter rules Sagittarius, or Sagittarius rules Jupiter. So Sagittarius is all about expansion. Jupiter is all expansion and growth and luck, and Jupiter is next to Neptune. And both of these are taking place in Pisces. So in Pisces, that's where we're dreaming a new reality. Pisces is basically the 12th house energy. And so to me, it's the end of a cycle, right? Because this is the last time that Jupiter will be in Pisces for 12 years. So as we're wrapping up this cycle, we're going to be starting again with Jupiter moving into Aries in the next couple of weeks. So just recognize there's going to be this infusion of new energy. So this is a time of assessing where you've been over the past 12 years, determining where you want to go next and what you're bringing with you, right? Kind of like the whole New Year thing. What stuff do I want to leave behind? What do I want to move forward with? What can I leave out of the equation? Because, once Jupiter starts expanding our big ideas, we're going to start rolling with it over the next 12 years. And we've got this full 12-year cycle with Jupiter moving through all of the different astrology signs to support us. Now, with Jupiter and Neptune is the ego mind. It's really the depths of our emotions. It's, rules water. And in Pisces, it may be really helping you in dreaming a new reality, right? So again, it's going to be supporting you in letting go of the ego mind, of the should haves, and stepping into curiosity. Like being curious. Ooh, I wonder what that would be like if I did blank. I wonder what it would feel like if I did this, right? So just kind of engaging that curiosity of what would my life be like if I did whatever, and then start tuning into that. Now, because both of these planets are in Pisces, this is a great opportunity for you to tune into your dream time, because Pisces is all about our daydreams. It's about self-imposed prisons. So you may have limiting beliefs that are coming up that you're needing to address. And we'll go through in our meditation tonight, we'll go through an activity to help you in breaking through those limiting beliefs so that you can get to this higher perspective. We're all moving up in this ascension, and as we're spiraling upward, we continue hitting some of the same lessons, but at a different level. So just keep that in mind as you're moving through things and you think, oh my gosh, I thought I had cleared that. Well, there may be a different layer to it, or you have a different perspective, or you respond differently, and that will help you in moving through it even more quickly. This new moon is about clearing out karmic contracts and helping you stand in your truth. Truth and communication is going to be very vital. One thing that I wanted to bring up, we have a couple of squares taking place, and anytime there's a square, that's about opposition. It's about certain elements that are hidden from view. And we have this ongoing square. I know I've talked about it a bazillion times. We'll mention it here because this is the last time that this square is going to be taking place, and that's between Saturn and Uranus. Uranus wants freedom and flexibility. It is the higher mind of God. It is working toward your highest good, where Saturn is about authority, top-down authority, keeping you stuck in these rigid patterns or old ways of doing things. And so we have this kind of need to break out of that old paradigm, old way of doing things, and stepping into the new. Saturn is still, I think it has gone direct, but it'll be moving into Pisces in the new year. 2023, we have some huge changes. We have Saturn that is moving into Pisces, and we have Pluto moving out of Capricorn. Pluto moved into Capricorn in 2008. So it's been a long time running, and it moves out of Capricorn in March of 2023. So it's just wrapping up, and Pluto is all about our power, our personal power, how we're transforming and calling our power back in, places where we've given our power away or it's been taken away from us, and how we're calling back those parts of us and reigniting our soul and spirit. So the other square that we've got going on is between Mars in Gemini and Neptune in Pisces. So Mars is retrograde right now in Gemini. Now, what this could look like, especially as we're moving into Thanksgiving week in the United States, is in Mercury, it's all about communication. It can relate to our social network. But with Mars here, Mars likes to take action. It's the aggressor. So there could be anger or aggressive words that are coming up. So you just want to make sure you're checking in with yourself before you're saying something that is off base or something that you can't take back. So take a breath before you speak out. As people trigger us, we often just want to like fire something back. I want you to take a step back, take a breath, count to 10, and then move forward, because that will support you in speaking your truth and making sure that your voice is heard in that capacity. Because if we're coming at it through anger or aggressive words, then it's not going to land well. So let's pull up a chart. For this one, this new moon is taking place in the 6th house. 6th house, you're constantly seeking ways to shake up your daily routine. You're a passionate problem solver. So I think, Tina, I saw yours. You said it's in your 4th house. Interesting. Your home is large, right? Because Sagittarius is that full of life. It loves to entertain. It's very outgoing and loves to be the life of the party. So with this being in your 4th house, I just kind of like look at how that relates to your life specifically, right? Like being around other people and having home base be fun and outgoing. So let's pull up the chat here. Yes, 4th house. Yes, I need other people. Yes, home base, right? I need to writing, loss and gain as well. I should start at the beginning instead of going backwards. Oh, I love that. Dejunking house. Yeah, this is a great time to purge, rebirth. Cheryl, you're in 5th house. So this is all about having fun, pleasure, working with children or being around young children, working with, diverse groups. Because the 5th house also, the Sagittarius energy also relates to long distance travel and working with other cultures. So I don't know if that's something that you do, but it could be very effective to know that. Anybody else? Do you know where it's falling for you? Let me stop sharing here. 6th house. Miss Anna, did you see where that was for you? That related to your healthy habits and shaking up your routine, right? Like you probably don't like the same routine over and over again. So I think that's fairly true for you, just knowing you. New moon transit will be sitting on top of my natal moon. Nice, Liz. And Sagittarius in your 11th house. Okay. So you probably love being around people, right?
I'm a double fire. I have a Sag rising as well.
Oh, fantastic. What degree is your rising?
29. So it's in the critical.
Wow. So this could be a really interesting time frame for you, because obviously after you step into the 1 degree of Capricorn, you'll be in your new year, right? For some reason, the ascendant to me is always that new year feeling since we're starting over. So there could be a lot of closure that's taking place for you this year, especially with all of the energies that are taking place and tuning into your values. There may be, friendships or relationships or groups that you're involved with that you're waning away from just because they've served their purpose, and now you're stepping into this new you in the next cycle.
Cool.
We're sick. I'm reading new stuff. It feels good. I love that. I love it. I love it. Anyone else? Do you know where this is happening for you?
Hi, it's Patricia.
Hi, Patricia.
I don't know what house, but do you know how it affects Sagittarius? Because I am a Sagittarius.
First of all, happy birthday, my dear.
Thank you. Tomorrow's my
yes.
birthday.
So just before the new moon, I love it. Right? It's 22nd. Love it. So yeah, where this new moon, the moon and the sun are going to be basically where your birth sun is. So there's going to be I would be celebrating, I would be tuning into what helps you feel good. I'd make sure you're around the people that you love and value, and that you're honoring yourself, and really celebrating what you've accomplished over this year and what goals you have set for the new year.
It's interesting because I'm just tired. Honestly, I'm just tired, and I actually, for the first time ever, I have no goals whatsoever. I just want to rest.
You know what? If that's what you need, then do it, right? Because your body knows what it needs. And there's times that we try to push forward, and when we are tired, it is a disaster. So make sure you're taking care of yourself with self-care and rest and relaxation, and Epsom salt bath is coming up. So just things that really support you in, in unwinding and decompressing.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Anyone else? Do you know where this is in your chart?
Janet. Go ahead.
Okay, one at a time. I'll get you both. Now you both muted. Somebody has to unmute.
I am not muted. Okay, I'll go ahead. It's Kristen. You already covered my 5th house, except it really didn't speak to me. So I'm wondering what else you got for me.
What else have I got? Oh, gosh. Well, okay. So you don't like having fun? Come on.
No.
I know you.
But you said long distance travel and children, and so I don't know. It just did it. I got nothing. But while you think on that, I'm going to say something.
Okay, but having fun, right? Have a party, do something that is exciting and uplifting, right?
Maybe that's what you got for me, is that I just need some fun and to have something uplifting.
Yes.
But I was also going to say, I think it was Patricia that spoke last and said, oh, for the first time, I have no goals. And it made me think and remember something that I actually talked to my therapist about. I was like, goals, manifesting, having all these things that we're working for is great. I know it should exist. I said, but I think there's a line where, having goals, I was starting to find where my goals and or not achieving them or feeling like I was standing still was becoming a detriment. It was becoming a source of being able to beat myself up over my lack of productivity or my lack of motivation. And so I literally went into her. I'm like, what's the difference? What is the point of all these things, these goals, or things that we're trying to manifest? At the end of the day, what difference does it really make? I'm like, and if it's causing me to feel worse, right? Is that really something productive? And I was like, what if the only goal is seeking and finding the bliss and the joy in every day? And yes, okay, you should have things you work for, but shouldn't that be the main one?
That's a great goal. Bingo. Yes. Right? Because in the bigger scheme of things, that's what we're supposed to be doing, is tuning into our inner world and finding, the peace and harmony and balance within. It's not striving Like there's nothing you can take with you except for your life lessons and your peace of mind and the love in your heart. Like those are the things that really matter. So it's nothing about the material world that you can take with you. So yeah, if that's what it boils down to, then follow that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's great to have you here. Cheryl.
Hi there. I haven't been around in a while.
Oh my gosh, I know. I thought you fell off the planet.
Yeah, well, this has been a year of significant loss for me. I lost my mom in February. I lost my son in April, and I lost my father November 10th.
Oh my gosh, girl, I am so sorry.
Yeah, so
My heart
with this
goes out
fifth
to
house,
you.
it's like I can relate to the person who said she just wants to rest. And I've been caregiving, for a long time. So now there are no obstacles. I mean, I have nobody else to care for. But this has just been a year. So I'm just looking forward to, because I think it was that eclipse. For some reason, I felt like that eclipse energy was gonna take my dad, so to speak, for lack of a better way. But he was
Right.
92. He was 92. He lived a full life and all that, but it's just been a lot. So I want to take this fifth house energy into creating a new life for myself,
Right.
a happy, fun, travel, all the things that I have been restricted from doing, these last few years, once I process these losses, because it's been a lot, one right after the other. So
Yeah,
that's
that
what I
is a
got
lot.
to think.
Well, I am so sorry for all of your losses. I'm glad that you're here. You have such a vibrant spirit and energy, and I know you'll recover from this. The other thing with it being the fifth house is about your creativity. So you and Kristen, like tune into your creative juices and what lights you up. The fifth house also relates to the heart energy. It's like, what do you love? Right? And follow that, because that's what's going to bring you the bliss and the happiness that you're looking for in life. And now that you have that freedom, I mean, obviously take time for the grief and processing, but make sure that you're taking care of your needs, right? Without pushing too fast, too far, and all of that. And that will support you in, really determining what this next step in this new chapter of your life is going to look like.
Yep. So I'll be painting and painting and painting.
I love that. I can't wait to see your work.
Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you. It's great to have you back, my dear.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Let's jump back into a few things with the chart. I do post this in the Facebook page. If you don't know what it is, you can either come back to the video once I send it out, or you can go to the Facebook page and pull up the houses. So as I mentioned, next time is our last new moon call that we are doing. I may do some future calls. It may not just be like new moon stuff. So don't think that I'm falling off the face of the earth, but between publishing my book this year and launching new programs around it, I had to make space for all the new stuff that I want to do. There's only so many hours in the day. So I have a couple of options to help you stay connected with us. The first is Momentum Mondays. We're actually in December going to move it to Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. on the East Coast. There's also a Monday version that is Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern and 10 a.m. on the West Coast. And I have a free gift for you. So if you want to try it for a month, then please do. Just go to this link, goddesspreneur.com/momentum. And once you click on the thing to enroll, you can use gift for you, and that will give you the first month free. And then probably starting in January, we're going to scale it back to just one class. It'll probably be the Sunday night one, just because like we just did the Monday night one tonight, and 20% of your week is already over if we do it at night. So it just makes more sense to have it during the Sunday night timeframe. And then the other thing I'm doing is a part of my book talks about empowering women and helping them get to six-figure income. I do teach stuff beyond that, but I got to start with foundation. And as a former tax accountant, I would see the same thing every single year where, people had these great ideas and they wanted to take them out into the world and make money with it. And there was just this ongoing struggle. And so a lot of my experiences as a tax accountant kind of bled into this book on how do I help women get to six figures? And this is where Goddesspreneur came from. So I have a 90-day program that will launch January 25th, 2023. If you register on the site goddesspreneur.com/coaching, you will get updates on when we have master classes prior to the actual launch date. So check that out, get on the list. There's ongoing information about business and how to be successful and productivity. And I'm really big into financial literacy and empowering women financially and really transforming your ideas from that idea state to the impact and the income that you want to earn. Because I just feel if women have the foundation for business, that they can actually make more money and serve more people or make the impact, create the impact that they want. If you have questions, please reach out to me, either email me and we can chat about it, or whatever works. But those are just a couple of things that are coming up in 2023, 2022, and 2023 that you can participate in. Of course, we have to talk about self-care. Now, gratitude is so important. I posted videos, a bunch of different places today on my social media outlets talking about how gratitude takes us out of a place of fear and stress and fight or flight mode, because most of the time we're over processing, and all of that over processing is in the reptilian part of our brain, the amygdala. And when we can get out of that part of our brain and into the frontal lobe where we can reason, then we make better decisions, we become more grounded, we're heart-centered, and we do that with gratitude. So if anybody is pushing your buttons this week at Thanksgiving dinner, think of something you're grateful for, and it will shift you out of whatever reactionary mode that you're in and into a place of, just self-love and self-care. This is a great time of the year to be active. However, especially with Sagittarius energy, we can be overly active. So I want you to make sure that you're taking a breath, taking a beat, slowing down, relishing the present moment so that you are taking it all in and not getting overwhelmed. And then we're actually going to do a deep spiritual connection meditation in just a moment. Couple of essential oils for this Sagittarius energy. Frankincense helps you on an energetic level see your truth in relationship to other people, helps you to understand a higher perspective of yourself, reclaim your personal power. Sandalwood is very grounding, and frankincense is also, because they're both tree oils. Sandalwood helps open up the pineal gland, that intuitive center, and allows you to receive your spiritual messages and strengthen your connection with your divine. And then, of course, I have to bring in myrrh, because myrrh is Mother Earth. So Mother Earth helps us to ground. And, these three oils are very precious. They're very pricey oils, but they are amazing and effective. The combination, the three of these together, smells absolutely divine. It is so incredible. But if you're looking for deep insights and support in manifesting in physical form, myrrh is going to be a great oil. You can apply all of these oils to the bottom of your feet, along the lower part of your spine, because they will help you be more grounded and centered and anchored. If you have questions about these essential oils or other ones that will support your health and wellness journey, please reach out to me. I'd love to talk with you about them. There's no pressure to buy anything, but I will give you insight about what oils will support you either with physical issues or emotional issues. Because whether you're using the oils for physical or emotional, they're going to work on both levels. They're such amazing tools to help us in raising our vibe and supporting us in manifesting more. So let me pop out of here. Is there anything I'm missing? Yeah,
So thank you so much for Tina for pulling my chart for me. This is Patricia.
Oh, I love
again.
it. You guys work behind the scenes. I love
I'm
it.
so grateful, Tina. Thank you. So it's interesting when you put the houses up. I quickly saw the first house I saw. It said the word adventurous, and going back to what I was saying before, I am so exhausted. I'm depleted. But what I realize is that there's a mental depletion too, and a disappointment. Because I became a minister, but I had to go back to a 9-to-5 job because I just couldn't make the kind of money that I need to make, and that has sucked the life out of me. And I think I'm just in a position like I just don't know what to do.
Okay, well, there's a couple of options. Like I said, I have the course that's starting in January, but if you don't want to start that, start with my book, Goddesspreneur Game Plan.
I got your book.
Perfect, because it'll at least give you some insight. Like I strategically walk people through how to create a 6-figure business in this book, because it's a lot easier than most people think, right? And it does take work, but when you have the right tools, it will support you and open up your creative juices to figure out, okay, this is what I need to do to actually make money from something that I love versus having some soul-sucking jobs that doesn't, it doesn't get you where you want to be. So yeah, Momentum Mondays may be a good thing because it's very affordable. It's something that even when you're setting your goals, you've got support to work on them and have ongoing action steps. So when you get to that place where you have recovered a bit, Patricia, then definitely check into those.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions before we go into meditation? Wow, where does the time go? Today has been flying by. All right, how about if we go into meditation and then those that need to leave can leave, and then I'll stop the recording and I will answer any final questions. So go ahead and find a place where you're comfortable, either sitting down or lying down. And let's begin with some breathing. Go ahead and close your eyes and start tuning into your inner world, taking a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And breathing in deeply all the way down to your belly. And as you exhale, allow the shoulders to relax, maybe wiggling them around a little bit, releasing any tension you're holding in your neck and your shoulders. Continue to breathe deeply and rhythmically, focusing on the breath and tuning out the monkey mind so that you can tune into your inner world. And we call in your ancestors, your guides, your higher self to encircle you at this time, providing a safe space for you to simply be present and allow this healing to take place. Allowing love to literally wash over you. And just imagine that your ancestors, your guides, everybody that's supporting you is linking arms or holding hands, facing you and encircling you. And they're projecting all of this love to you. Just be in this space, allowing yourself to tune into your heart and opening up your heart, allowing yourself to receive this unconditional love. And using your imagination, think about somebody that you love, somebody you have gratitude towards. It may be something like a pet or a special place, but something that just allows your heart to open even more. Tuning into that feeling, imagining that person or that place is right in front of you. Allowing the expansiveness within your heart to wash over you. Tuning into what's taking place in your body, letting go of any tension you may be holding on to. Allowing yourself to be in this space to receive more. You're in a place that's safe and protected. And allow yourself to surrender into this moment. And as you're tuning into your heart, imagine yourself pulling out of your heart anything, any fears you're holding on to, any limiting beliefs, anything that no longer serves you. Just energetically feel yourself pulling it out of your body, flicking it down to the earth, allowing Mother Earth to purge and purify the energy. And as we release, we're going to replace this energy and pulling in words like unconditional love, and just feel yourself pulling in this love and light into your heart, into your body, and any other positive words that come to mind. Just allow yourself to bring that energy into your heart, replacing anything that you've just released. Allowing abundance to come into your field. Allowing respect, fun, adventure, opportunities, possibilities. Just allow that all to mesh up in your heart, in your body. Just hold that space within your heart, allowing it to amplify. It's moving into every cell of your body. Balancing any area of your body that's out of balance. Bringing the energy of Mother Earth to ground and support you, as well as to energize and amplify your goals, your ideas. And imagine yourself getting into a car. This doesn't have to be your existing car. It can be any car that you want. And just see yourself getting into the driver's seat. And you're so excited to drive this car. And you start driving down the road. And in the distance, you see somebody on the side of the road. And they're waving at you. And it may be somebody you know, maybe somebody that you don't know, but you feel very comfortable with this person. In fact, this person has a gift for you. And you open the car door on the passenger side and you invite them to get into the car. And you're calling in your higher self into your physical heart, bringing your higher self into your physical body. And your higher self has a gift for you. You may be excited and can't wait to open it and open it right then. Or it may be something that you put in the back seat and open it at a later time. But know this gift is supporting you where you're at right now and where you're moving towards in the future. And you start driving back down the road. And as your higher self is driving with you, there are specific mantras that you're being asked to repeat. And you can say these out loud, or you can say it in your mind's eye. Simply state, I am magnificent. And of course, the ego mind wants to see the truth. So state the mantra, show me my brilliance, my magnificence. I am powerful. I have an important life's purpose. I am here for a reason. I easily see my truth. And just notice how this feels in your body. Are there feelings of expansiveness? Are there any feelings of frustration or questioning? Part of the gift that you are receiving is this unfolding, the unfurling of these gifts, and seeing your brilliance and understanding your magnificence, in allowing yourself to be adventurous and experience life fully. And just imagine you're getting to the end of your journey. You see yourself parking the car and getting out of the car. Your higher self is getting out of the car. And with gratitude, you embrace your higher self. You feel this powerful surge of love and energy permeating every cell of your body now, elevating you, uplifting you, strengthening you, giving you the courage and the confidence that you need to take the next step. And this embrace is so powerful, you almost don't want to let go. But know that you can call this back in at any moment. Relish in this energy again. And express gratitude to your higher self for this opportunity to enhance your spiritual growth, your evolution, your awareness. And as you're standing there on the side of the road, your ancestors, your guides, everybody is there cheering you on, excited about your next steps, supporting you, waiting for you to ask for their help. And maybe you run around the circle and hug them or give them a high five, whatever feels right for you. But they're all celebrating you. All the love they have is for you. Express gratitude to them for being a part of this and supporting you in your day-to-day life. As you bring yourself out of this activity, you may have interesting messages. There may be imagery, anything that comes to mind that you want to remember. It's important to write it down right away. And bring your energy back to your heart. Your awareness is in your heart. Begin wiggling your fingers and toes, bringing yourself back into this other dimension. And when you feel your processing is complete, go ahead and open your eyes and write down anything that is important for you. All right, and I'm going to close the recording out. So I just want to thank you all for being here. I'm so grateful for you in participating in these calls and in making these such an amazing experience for the past 14 years. We will be here next month. I may do it on solstice. I'm still toying with either solstice or the 22nd, so I'll get back with you soon. If you do have questions about anything that we discussed, essential oils programs that are coming up, or astrology in general, please shoot me an email and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. Again, thank you for being here. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving. Namaste.
Thank you.